Good morning, guys. It's Tracy from Nova Scotia Living. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning. I slept in a little bit today. I usually get up before this, but I was up later last night, and Maze again likes to make it difficult at night sometimes. Anyways, I got a notice on my phone, school's canceled today. I didn't even know it was supposed to storm. It's not storming out yet, so I need to check the weather on the internet, so I'm assuming it's coming. So we're still going to have a busy day, but it's going to make it a little more difficult for me because I wanted to clear out some of the kids' rooms and go through their clothes. And I can still do that, but it's easier to do it when they're not here. So it's going to be quite tricky. But we're still having our turkey dinner, and we'll still do some stuff. But for now, I'm not going to go back to bed. You know, I'm tired, but I'm going to let my family sleep in. And I'm going to enjoy the morning all by myself. I'm going to have a coffee. I'm going to watch a little bit of YouTube. And thank you for the people that watched my vlog last night. And Michelle, I will cut those dried rosebuds off because I don't know anything about that stuff. So thank you for commenting. And yeah, we'll pick the birds this morning because you know how if you watched my vlog yesterday, I cooked a turkey and we're going to debone it today and have a bit of a turkey dinner today. So that'll be good on a nice storm day with some hot gravy and veggies. That's going to be good. So anyways, I'm going to go make myself a coffee. My oldest daughter came over last night. I love when she comes over to use the computer. I see she's sleeping out in the playroom on that little couch. So that's why I'm in the bathroom right now because I didn't want to... I'm going to be quiet as a mouse when I come out of here, but she's out there snoozing, so I know she's safe and sound. Her boyfriend's fishing right now. He must be coming in soon if it's storming, but yeah, it's a good day. I'm excited. I didn't have to get up and pack lunches. That's a pain in the butt to pack lunches. For me it is. Yeah. Woohoo! It's a storm day. I am going to do the quick little 10-minute tidy in the kitchen, just rotate the dishes and stuff, but the rest of the downstairs is still pretty much straightened up from yesterday, so I'm excited about that. So I will get to doing some of the upstairs, and you'll get to see some of the upstairs too, and maybe tomorrow I'll try to do a big house tour, because yeah, just to see. It's nothing big and fancy. Well, it's big, it's not fancy, but it's my house and I love it. Num 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 num. Oatmeal and cartoons for Mr. Maze. He just got up. Alright guys, I had my breakfast. I had a little bit of the last of the breakfast for supper. I'll insert a picture here. And I'm full. So let's get this deboning going. So I was totally lazy last night. I just put the whole roaster and everything out there. So I'm going to take the turkey out, put it on here, and conserve all of the drippings. I'll put that in a separate pot and cover that up until we need it this afternoon. And I'm just going to put the meat in there. And I'm going to bag up all the bones and put them in my deep freezer because I am going to make some more turkey stock. But I usually wait till I have a couple of bags of turkey bones because if I'm going to can, I like to can a whole bunch, not just a few cans. So anyways, yeah, that's what I'm about to start doing. Oh, and just wanted to say, I have my phone set up here because I'm going to watch and listen to a little bit of YouTube. I love to do that in between times, or I have music blaring. But right now, it's YouTube time. I just took the turkey out and just wanted to show you. It's like Jell-O. It's all ooey gooey goodness, though. That'll make a lot of gravy. When I cooked this turkey, I had a little bit of chicken stock left over in my fridge, and I just put that in the bottom of the pan. Not very much, instead of water. You know, it gets that out of my fridge, it uses it up, so there's lots of flavor in there, plus onion drippings and all that stuff. And yeah, I have this handy dandy little rack that you just lifted out, and yeah, I'm going to scrape that out and get this washed, because that's all part of the battle, I find, the cleanup, right? So if I can get this washed and cleaned up and put away, you know, that's a big thing off my mind, because I don't put this in the dishwasher. It can fit, but why waste that space, right? Alright, let's get down to business. Alright, all deboned. There's Mr. Maze. So there's the turkey. I have one drumstick I didn't debone, just so it's kind of like a divider between the dark meat and the white meat. And there's all all the bones and the fat and some skin and a tiny bit of the meat. And I'm just going to throw that in the freezer. I just want to say I always keep the wishbones. Do any of you guys keep wishbones or use wishbones, dry wishbones? I have a whole bunch because we take wishes seriously. It's kind of funny. But I'll just show you. I have a whole bunch. And if you really need a wish, somebody comes to my house and they really need a wish, that's, I hand them a wishbone. So I always put the fresh wishbone right there on the windowsill and it dries within a day or two. And yeah, I always got a wish on hand in my back pocket if I need one. And what better way to do it than have a wishbone? Alright, I'm going to break out the spuds and start peeling. And then we'll be done, ready for supper, until about 4 o'clock. Then I'll whip up the gravy and cook the potatoes and heat up some veggies. And we'll be ready to rock. Right, Maze? Right. I just got the potato basket out, and there's kind of a heart-shaped one. Yeah, it's a little lopsided, but love comes in mysterious ways, and I just like to think that it's my mom popping in to say that she loves us. So thanks, Mom. I know she's here with us somewheres, but she still loves us. Alright, spuds are done. I'm just filling the pot with cold water and put the cover on it until it's time to cook them this afternoon, and it's not even 10 o'clock in the morning yet. I'm ahead of the game. Alright guys, I'm going to show you the before of what I was talking about. This is going up the steps, and it's kind of embarrassing, but I'm going to show you anyways. This is our room when we go right up the steps. And there's Miss Misha, my oldest daughter, Medea. And this is where I'm going to straighten up the office. Okay. And I need to make our bed. And Mr. Maze's bed. Just a minute, boob. And there's some laundry that needs to be put away. And this is all stuff that needs to go to the attic. I'm going to show them your room because we're going to clean it up today. Here is the upstairs bathroom.
I cleaned some of my closet.
You cleaned some of your closet? This is the clothes I wanted to go through today. And I'm doing bedding, that's why the blankets are off the bed. So we're going to clean Misha's room today.
I'm going to clean it.
You are?
Yep.
And this is her big closet. She straightened that up some, so that's nice. And we need to get Miss Mally's room straightened up today too. I think she's playing with some toys now, but we're going to get it all straightened up. I'm just doing the before Mally, because we're going to get it straightened up for tomorrow. She's playing with her toys. And again, I'm doing bedding and stuff, so bunk beds in all the rooms. I'll take you over and show Miss Maziah's room. She's generally pretty good at keeping it neat and tidy when it's her bedtime, so I'm not too worried about that one. And I don't dare go in that one with the caution tape on now, because that's my teenager's room, and he'd explode if I opened that door while he's sleeping. And this is another set of bunk beds. Say hi, Maziah. Yeah. She likes to dig everything out during the day, but she cleans it up good at nighttime. So, you see what I'm working with. Alright, let's get started. Alright, here's a bit of a better look. I like things kind of simple in my room. I don't like a whole lot of knickknacks, but here's some clothes, some of my clothes, some of his clothes. And Maze, 99% of the time, he crawls up in our bed and sleeps with us. That's his dresser. And yeah, so this is the room I'm going to start with. So I'm struggling a little bit because I don't like to have any knickknacks anywheres. I've come to that realization over the years, but I have some pretty neat things because these used to be my mother's. And she worked all over the world, really. She was a nurse and worked at the local hospital for years, but after that she worked on oil rigs and diamond mines and on seismic ships. But she really loved the far north, like way up in the Arctic, northern Canada, like isolated Arctic. Arctic Circle style things. And anyway, she always brought back some really fantastic art. Like, there's so many great artists up there. And I have a few of her things. Anyways, I'll just show you a couple. This is a polar bear made out of soapstone or something by an Inuit up north. I don't know who, but she has so many beautiful nuktashucks and things like that. And here's a pair of very warm mittens. She'd wear dog sledding or snowmobiling way up there. And some moccasins that I don't know where she got them, but they're the real deal. I think they're out of seal skin. Yeah, anyways, a lot of really neat things. So I'm going to find some way to display them. But for now, I'm going to leave them on my dresser. This is something that's kind of neat. I went to Spain in 2010 with my oldest daughter and my sister-in-law, and brought this back. It's a little doohickey, and I can't do it because I'm one-handed, but yeah, got it at a really fancy museum there. Kind of cool. I just found it. It was under my dresser. So, anyways, I will keep those on my dresser for now, but someday I'm going to have a nice display for the few little things that I did get from my mother, and just to represent her. Alright guys, all done. Let me turn the light on here. I haven't swept the floor yet because I always clean rooms and do all the floors at the same time, so there's a few little, well, not much, in here. And you see that giant fan? Yeah, I'm one of those people that I need to sleep with the fan. And not just any fan. I need a great big fan. Is anybody else out there like fans when they sleep? And I always have a water bottle up here, one for me, one for Maze's cup up there. It's just water. And this beautiful quilt, his grandmother made this by hand. It's beautiful. I love it. And Mr. Maze's bed. And like I say, my dresser has a few things on it. We have a TV in here, but I swear to goodness we never, ever, ever, ever use it. Somebody gave it to us, and it's a great big monster of a thing, and it's too big to just really easily get rid of it. We could, but anyways, we have a Wii set up in here, and again, never ever use it, so it's just takes up space, but we'll see. Someday we might do something with it. You never know. And that's it. I didn't do anything with his dresser because I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't, because he has a lot of clothes, and I just put the clothes that were on my dresser back over on top of his dresser because he can deal with that mess. Alright, so on to the office. Okay, you remember, guys? Here's dirty clothes that were in my bedroom. I just put them outside the bedroom. I'm going to bring downstairs after. This is where I edit the videos, and really he does his extra work. It's messy. And a lot of this mess over here is due to Mr. Maze, because he'll come over and pull books off the shelf, and there's a pair of his jeans, and our son's guitar, one of his many guitars. But yeah, I'm just going to do a quick little tidy and wipe down with some fresh water and cleaner, and this will be good to go. Alright guys, my little other handheld decided to quit on me, so this is the after. I'm sorry if the lighting's not great. It's hard to tell. I'm in my bedroom so you can see that. That's cleared off. The bookcase. I wiped down. I'm just seeing it. It's the best angle to get some light over there. There. If I knew how to turn the flash on, I would. I'm sorry guys, I'm such an amateur. But desk cleared off. Just stuff that he needs. No more dishes. Guitar and stuff's moved. Yeah, good to go. So now our office is part of a hallway. We have this disaster. Part of it's the remnants of the bedroom. That pile of clothes. That laundry basket's clean clothes that need to go away. There's stuff that needs to go to the attic. So let's get moving and a-shaking.
Okay, I know it doesn't look great. Those boxes I'm not going to try to attempt to carry up to the attic. I know I can. I have the physical strength. But I'll be paying for it after with my physical condition. That's the sucky thing because I want to do it, but I can't. I brought some of the small stuff up. But there was a coffee table here. I brought that up. I wasn't including the little landing in front of the bathroom as this section. So that basket in front of that bedroom is all stuff to go in my son's room. Again, I'm not opening that door because you don't poke a sleeping bear. Because I can turn into a bigger bear, and we don't want to be doing that to ruin the day. That chair is a fold-up chair that goes in his room too, and that little vacuum is our upstairs vacuum. I'm going to do the floor with that after. So yeah, all of this stuff will go up to the attic. And right here, I just want to show these pictures my dad did. This is my grandfather. He made a replica of the Joshua Slocum, if you guys know anything about that. Yeah. And he did these wonderful little displays. And I know I mentioned my mother recently passed away. And we had these bulletins at her celebration of life. So this was my mom, and she played the ukulele. And this is a whole bunch of pictures on a display board. And there's one behind that too. Without it falling over. Of write-ups of the grandkids, memories of them and my mom. So I'm going to make some sort of, I'm going to stick it on the wall there, under here. Let me go all the way back. Right there. Somehow. And just so, my children are only little, so they know Grammy Judy, and they remember Grammy Judy, but I want them to remember her just like it was yesterday when they're 10 years old. You know what I mean? They'll see her face every day. They'll talk to Grammy. I see my mom every day in their smiles. I know she's here with us. I see her in the clouds. I see her in the raindrops. So this way they can keep being reminded of their beautiful memories and relationship they had. So anyways, I'll move on. So next, this is the door that goes up to our attic. Oh, the monster's peeking. I'm not going to go up there today. That's a whole other level, and I'm only doing the second floor today. So next, let me turn the light on here. This is, it's not too bad, but just extension cord, a hanger. Oh, this goes into two of the girls' rooms. But this is where I keep the linen and books and DVDs in these drawers, and bathroom supplies in that one. But I rotate the kids' books out every few months, and the kids know where to get books. Watch out, Mally. I'm not going in your room now. So we'll tackle that landing, and we'll tackle, again, this bathroom. This is the one that's, you know, upstairs where the bedrooms are. Oh, yes. Reality at its finest. So, for now, I'm going to go down and take a little 15-minute break because my dogs are barking, and then we'll get back to work. Alright, just so you know, I did sweep these steps. That's just the garbage bag in my room. And still just how I left it. But I did do the bathroom and this little landing. And I did actually sweep this floor just because little Misha decided to cut one of her doll's hair. And there was hair all over this floor. So I wanted to get that up so people didn't drag it all over the house, if you know what I'm saying. I cleaned the tub and the toilet. Hung some towels. Oh, I'm out of breath. Did the sink. There's little spots in here because, again, little Misha, who is correctly nicknamed Mischief because that's exactly what she does, she has little nail polish all in here. So I need to get some nail polish remover to get that off. I'm not going to scrub that too hard. I'll get some nail polish remover and get that out. So, did the mirror, changed out the garbage, and yeah. Here, I just folded up the blankets better, and I don't shut them all the way because they're hard to open for the kids if they need to get linen or if they want to read one of the books or anything like that. But, yeah. So next, Misha doesn't want me to go in her room because, no joke, when the bug hits her right, she will clean her room. And she's only 4 years old, guys. She will clean her room. She's peeking because she hears me talking about her. Peek! So she's waiting until she's all done so she can surprise me. So I can't wait to see the job that she does. She's usually really good when she wants to do it.
Mom,
So we'll wait and see.
Mom, don't come in my room because I use the loud and I wasn't even
Okay. I won't come in. You tell me when you're all ready for us to come check it out, okay? All right.
And they can see it too.
And they can see it too, yeah. You heard her, folks, so we got to wait for Miss Misha. Oh, now remember, Misha's 4 years old. She did this all by herself. Her clothes are still there, but I didn't expect her to do that because that's an overwhelming job. Oh, you made your bed, Mish. Good job.
Mom,
Now that's looking good.
Mom, can I have 4 because I'm 4?
You can use 4, but you're not going to mix them all up together and leave them to dry out. She said she made little things here for the borrowers in the house, little house.
And a house over there, and a house over there.
A house over where?
There.
Oh, a house here for the littles that live in our house. You never know. We don't ever catch them, but every house has them.
And this one is beautiful because it has a lot of gems.
It's beautiful because it has a lot of gems.
And that. And
Watch
that,
out, Mish, I can't see.
That and that is honey.
Okay.
'Cause
So if they're hungry?
Yep.
Oh, good.
And that's a bottle for the baby. And that's one to suck on.
Oh, good. So I'm letting her play with some Play-Doh for doing such a good job.
I'm 4, so I get to have 4.
Yeah. Well, thank you for cleaning your room. Don't make a great big mess again, okay? Oh, can you shut that door and put Oscar up against it because the baby's sleeping? All right. Have fun. I'll tell you when lunch is ready. Bye. So really, she did a great job for a 4-year-old. I'll probably go in later and, finish tidying it up and giving it a good sweep and stuff. But I really appreciate and I'm proud of my kids when they try to take pride in their own space. And yeah, so thumbs up. Alright guys, it's 4:01, so I just turned the potatoes on. I'm going to put a bunch of salt in there. Let me dig that out. And like I say, this isn't really a cooking tutorial because I want to do a nice big thing in October of how I do a turkey dinner, but just showing you how easy this supper is if you make things ahead. Got that out of the porch. I didn't end up putting it in a different pot. I'm just going to make the gravy right in my roaster so I don't dirty another pot. Easy peasy. And this is that turkey. I took out a jar of my home canned turkey broth, and I'm going to open that up because I'm going to drizzle. I'm not going to put that whole jar, but I'm just going to put a little bit in there and pop this in the oven at probably 250 and let it heat up for an hour. But if you put a little bit of that, the turkey's not going to dry out and it'll be good to go. The rest of the broth, I'm just going to dump it in that turkey broth in the roaster and mix it up with the gravy. So, yeah, rock and roll. I just opened the jar and there's always a little fat on top. I scrape that off because I don't want it all in. And, yeah, just that little bit. I only need a tiny bit. And there's still a good half a jar, a little more than half a jar. And yeah, so I'll cover this back up nice and tight and put it in the oven at 250 for an hour, and we'll be eating around 5. I'm just going to whip up that gravy. Oh, Mally, could you go down in the basement and get a big jar of beans for me? Yeah, so yeah, when I get all the jars up here, I'll just show you, and it's just a matter of, I could heat it up on the wood stove if it was going, or on the electric stove. I'm going to just put it in a bowl and heat it up for 2 or 3 minutes per vegetable, and it'll be ready to go.
So easy. And just to show you guys, this is how easy it is to throw a meal together. I mean, yesterday, yeah, I did cook a turkey, but it wasn't even a big fancy turkey. I put it in the roaster with a bit of chicken stock and an onion, and that was it. So I had my home canned carrots, home canned beans, peas, corn, and a jar of bread and butter pickles. Yeah, they just need to be heated up besides the pickles. Ready to rock. And I'm just about to make the gravy. I think I showed you in a video before. There's flour and water. And I just mix it all up. And I'm just heating up the sauce, or the sauce. The drippings now. See, it turned from Jello to this. I'll wait till it starts bubbling. Then I'll add the flour water mixture. And this is really seasoned up good. I haven't put any salt in it, but I'll put a little bit of poultry seasoning. And probably it has onion seasoning because of the onion I put in the turkey. And yeah, I might put a tablespoon of my salted onion tops I have in the fridge right in there too. So perfect. It's going to be delicious.
Yes, it is.
Alright, I'm just going to open these jars. They're nice and sealed, that's for sure. As good as the day I canned them. Woo! There we go. I'll open this too. I'll just put that back on and I'll use that. Alright, I'm just going to put them in bowls and we'll start heating them up. I actually might get Mally to do that because she's good at kitchen stuff. So.
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are. Okay. Alright, this is bubbling, so I'm going to start adding this. It's going to really thicken it up. And I should have diluted it a little more, but it'll look clumpy. It'll be clumpy, but it'll, if you continue to whisk it, it'll smooth out for sure. So, yeah. It's already looking like a nice color. It's not too dark. It's not too light. And, yeah, it smells like turkey. So, Mally, can you tell everybody what you're supposed to do when you make gravy?
You should never stop stirring it or else it'll get really clumpy.
That's right. You gotta always stir it until it's ready to be shut off. It's thickening up nice though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, next she's gonna do the vegetables. Okay, Mally, can you tell us what you're about to do now?
I'm going to start pouring the vegetables into bowls so I can heat them up.
And do you remember where these beans came from?
Our garden.
They came from our garden. That's right. Put that over. Okay. Now the corn didn't come from our garden, but it came from a farmer up the valley, and we shucked the corn ourselves and canned it up. And there's the peas. Alright, we got to do something different with these carrots. So, tell us what you're about to do.
You have to strain the carrots before you put them in to microwave them because they're a little bit salty.
Yeah, this batch, it's just a tiny bit salty. Not too bad. We don't like them so salty. I think I only put a teaspoon of salt. It was my first time canning carrots, but I think next time I won't put any salt in them. I like having control over the food that we eat, and yeah, this one is it's hard to remove them. So I find rinsing them off does the trick. It's still just a tiny bit salty, but not too bad. Just a minute, Mish. Perfect. Thank you, Mally. And folks, for the carrots, sometimes I leave them this length because I just chunked them up. We had so many carrots to do, I chunked them up and canned them like that. You can cut them up nice and small, like in discs and stuff, but with these I find I mash them a little bit, not so they're pureed, but I'll just mash them up a little bit, so I find the kids eat them better that way. So
Also,
yeah.
these carrots were not just like the carrots that you buy at the store. They were from a farmer's market.
They were from a farmer's market, yeah. And who peeled them?
Us.
Yeah, all the kids. You guys certainly did. Did a great job. All right, so we'll wait till it gets a little closer to supper time and then we'll heat those up. And yeah, Mally knows how to do that all herself. She's such a smart little girl. And Misha's over here. She wants to say hi.
Hi.
And I know you've seen in the video, she cleaned her room all by herself today. So good, right? And Mace is over here playing with the jar lids. Silly boy. But yeah, I'll bring you back when it's time to, yeah, serve up plates. All right, I'm just about to check the potatoes. It's been a little while. Yeah, I'd say those are done. So I'll shut the oven off. And I'm going to strain them. What are you doing over there, Mally?
I'm starting to microwave the things, but I always put plates over them so nothing gets in them
Good idea.
or on them.
So what one are you going to do first?
The corner.
Okay. You should, how long do you think that you're going to...
At least 1 minute. 3 minutes.
3 minutes is probably good,
1
yeah.
to 3 minutes.
Yeah. I am so lucky to have the help I do in my kitchen. Thank you, Mally.
No problem. It's on.
Okay. All right, so now we're going to strain the potatoes, and I know you can use a strainer. I'm trying to use less dishes, so I'm just going to do this. And yeah, I don't have long sleeves on, so I have to be very, very careful of the steam because that sucker's hot. Good to go. So I'm going to get a block of butter out of the fridge and put it in. It's hard, but and then I just put the lid on and let it sit for about 10 minutes and it melts. Okay. Baby feeding time. He's digging in. Alright, I mashed him up. Just put a little bit of milk. I'm going to mash it a little bit more, and then I'm going to whip them up a little bit. You can use a mixer or an electric heater. I'm too lazy to do that. I never ever do that, to be honest. Until I can't do it with my own 2 hands, I'll keep doing it this way. And it's less hassle. So I mash it, mash it, mash it, mash it, mash it, mash it. And then I just kick it into high gear. Go one direction, go the other direction. Up and over, up and over, up and over. Now, remember, I didn't put salt, or, well, you don't remember, but I put salt in, oh, you've seen me do that, when I boiled the potato, so I didn't add any while I was mixing it or mashing it. And people can add it themselves if they need it. Because there's gravy, and if they still need some salt and pepper, they can do it to their own individual taste. So now we're going to start dishing it up. Alright, I just wanted to show you quick what I do with the carrots. They're still pretty warm, not super hot, but and I just add, I didn't bring a teaspoon, but just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of sugar. And with these, I'll mash them up. I don't always do that, and what I used to use, I don't want to do it with my mason jars because I'm scared of chipping the edge and I don't need glass in my food. When I used to buy the canned stuff from the store, I'd take a can and mash it that way because I don't want it completely pureed, but I want it kind of chopped up a bit. So, oh, you hear Mr. Mays over there. I don't want to squish it too much. Mays, just a minute. Oh, he's stuck over there in the baby cart, high chair. He doesn't ever use that, folks. That's just for the little baby, but of course if I leave it out, he climbs up in there and gets stuck, and that's what we're dealing with. So, it's nothing fancy. Doesn't look pretty. But this is the way my family likes it. So yeah, okay, now we'll start dishing up a plate. I'll bring you back when we have a plate together. Alright, there it is all plated up. A little dark meat and light meat, some peas, beans, carrots, and potatoes. And now, my big scoop is in the wash, so I'm just using a measuring cup. I'll put it, this will be either for one of the grown-ups here. Little gravy on the potatoes. Personally, I like gravy on everything. I really do. And there's going to be lots of gravy left over tomorrow for leftovers, hot turkey sandwiches or french fries, and turkey and gravy and cheese like poutine. It's going to be good. I'll add a little bit of pepper to this because I didn't add much to it. And that's it. Oh yeah, almost forgot the pickles. You can't forget those. Yeah, well, thanks so much for joining me today, you guys. I know it was a little bit of everything. I wanted to get a little more done with the cleaning and stuff, but my feet kind of gave out on me, so I think all I have in me is this supper, a quick cleanup, and I'll upload this video. But for now, yeah, we're going to sit down and enjoy this meal. So, yeah, happy days, and yeah, this is a way to spend a storm day for sure. Maze, get out of those veggies. All right, say see you, Mish.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Messiah's up in the other room, so. Okay, well, we'll catch you on the flip-flop, and I'll see you probably tomorrow. Okay.